Prime Minister on indulgence.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. And briefly on indulgence, since Parliament has last met, we've seen the passing of Peter Veness. It was a sad duty for me, accompanied by my partner Tim, to attend his funeral earlier this year with other members of the Parliament and with, I believe, almost the entire parliamentary press gallery. He was a young man who fought incredibly hard against cancer, a young man taken from us and taken from his family far too soon. Even as he struggled with that cancer and continued to come to work, he turned his thoughts to fundraising for others, and many here would have participated in those fundraising events. One was participated in by Tim as a shave-off event, and I think Peter's courage was on display as he went about those good works, even as he battled cancer himself. At the funeral service, his young wife, Beck, made a remarkable tribute to him, and I think her speech, along with the other contributions that day, will be in our minds and in our thoughts for a long period of time. So our thoughts continue to be with Beck and with his parents, David and Cheryl, in the depths of their grief as we mourn a young man lost far too soon.
I thank the Prime Minister. The Leader of the Opposition on indulgence.
Well, Mr Speaker, again I joined the Prime Minister to pay my respects and the respects of the Coalition to someone who was taken away from us far too soon. Mr Speaker, the phrase respected journalist is normally a bit of an oxymoron, but Peter Veness was not only a respected journalist, he was a loved journalist. He was not only very good at his job, he was certainly very good at his job, as anyone who was grilled by him on the front doors of this building would know. But there was no edge to it, there was no malice to it, as the tributes to him which have poured in since his passing show. I have to say, Mr Speaker, that I particularly liked the tribute that came from the Director General of ASIO, David Irvine, who noted Pete's meticulous attention to detail. I've often wondered about the clunk on the phone that sometimes happened, Mr Speaker, and it's good that ASIO are still listening in to the conversations that journalists have. Mr Speaker, death is the ultimate mystery, but Peter Veness wrote about it with insight, pathos and humour. We do miss him, we do mourn him, we particularly grieve with his widow Beck, and we acknowledge that more than just about anyone else who's been in this place recently, he filled the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run.
As a mark of respect, I would invite honourable members to rise in their places. I thank the House. The Leader of the House has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I ask the Leader of the House to refer further statements on indulgence on Peter Veness to the main committee.
Is leave granted? I thank the Manager of Opposition Business, Leader of the House.
Mr Speaker, I move that further statements on indulgence on Peter Veness be referred to the main committee, and I very much associate myself with the comments of the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, and pay my respect to his family.